Hello everyone and welcome to Tier 3 Round 9 of the season. We are here for GSR again in pouring conditions just like yesterday at Italy. Oh my god, what have we seen with this rain weekend on F1? I've had it in many other leagues. I've had just pouring conditions. From earlier this week on Wednesday and Thursday with league races I've been in or, been a part of or at least in the league for, there's been many races where there's been wet conditions and it's just been repetitive. Well, from what we see right now, it is Jones on the pole with the way this looks. So, championship standings, let's go over that in just a second. I will go over that in just a second, but welcome to the stream for anyone watching now, and welcome for anyone. Yeah. Just joining us, if you're just joining us. 9 different winners, well, 8 different winners this season in GSR Tier 3, so obviously this is what it looks like. Just checking a few things in the chat first. And then, then I will, get everything going on in qualifying. JB Smooth goes up to P4. Evil Matrix up to P3 also. After yesterday's race, penalties have been decided. GSR Pluto, after appealing a penalty, he takes the race win with GSR Bianchi. In second place, it's a GSR 1, 2, 3, 4 Hamilton. Got a 3-second after the race for something that happened. Callum appealed the penalty. He got 8 seconds removed. Luck got another penalty pinned to him. Bobby the Human appealed the penalty. He got into the points after a struggle of a race for him. A very much of a struggle for race of him. 3 times he's now been in the podium this season out of the races he's raced. Pluto's one being Abu Dhabi. So Tier 2's been very interesting with the way it's gone this season. It's very wacky for how race finishes have been for other championship contenders. But it's at the same time there's also been Tier 3 here for this league, which has been insane. 8 different winners in 8 races. Not many leagues can say that. GSR is one of them in their Tier 3. 8 different winners, 8 different races. Can we go for a 9th today? It'll be insane if we do so. I'll be shocked. But you have great competition. The top 3 have yet to win a race in this league. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. No, 1, 2, 3. I gotta count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the top 10 have yet to win a race in GSR. Some of them yet to be in the podium. Some of them making their first start today. 6 different drivers making their first start as well. So, how are things gonna go for those guys making their first starts? Alrighty. Who else is where? Uncle Saw in that Ferrari improves along with his teammate, who is ahead of him in 11th. But I will go over the championship standings in just a moment. I'm just looking at a few things. Baller goes up to P2 in these conditions. Baller was good in these conditions back in Austria, and because of this, Baller kind of took a decent finish with a podium. And he was kind of not given the best chance for the race win anyway. If I am correct, am Amazon Bog Jones. Jesus, oh my god. I'm just gonna say Jones, but he would be the first Australian winner in GSR if things go to plan as of right now. If things go to plan, and he stays on top and wins the race, he'd be the first GSR Australian winner from what it looks like, if I'm correct. I don't think we've had any before. Thrasher starting his lap in his Red Bull. Take a little on board with him. Let's ride on board with him, and let's see his lap. Oh boy, Firefighters good penalty for Raptor, colliding with Flame Fully. Oh boy, what's happened there? Well, he's a part of the championship, and he's kind of going to be messed up from this, if that makes sense. Just riding on board with Thrasher for his lap. Thrasher get a little tow from that Haas, but it isn't much because it's in the rainy conditions. Why is that going to matter? Why don't I mention that? Anyways, Thrasher 3 seconds up on his time. Can he go to pole position from this? Full grid in Tier 3 this season right now. With this Thrasher losing it off of Scary! No! Thrasher's out! Oh, man. Both Red Bulls out. T-Rock is also on a lap. Improved 9/10 on that one. The end of the session, there's still some people on LFs. That F1 boy also down below in 17th. He was in Tier 2, but he goes to Tier 3 for now. This is what it's going to look like with him. He'll probably be running in the future Tier 3 races from now on. Obviously, if you don't know, there's the time delay, the time glitch, so yeah. Anyways, now the checkered flag is thrown. Nossman not making it to the line, and I think... was it Gago? Yeah, I think... there was someone else who just made it, I think. Start finish line, JB Smooth, sideways, and almost around. He might have touched the barrier. But yeah, that's going to be his chance at a pole position, or even a qualifying session. In the top 5, it would be not a good chance at that anymore. Well, JB Smooth does go wide. There's some cars coming to the line. The racing point of Lewis goes even faster, 131.7. So, behind that, there's Gago Saw in his Ferrari, 7/10 up. He can improve to a top 10 starting position, especially with Raptor's grid penalty. Gago Saw has to get the final corners right in order for a good lap to be set in these conditions. Where will he go? He does not improve. No, he does? I can't tell. I can't even tell. It's just glitched. JB Smooth crashed again. Yeah, why is this glitched? It's glitched. Everyone should not be completing the checkered flag by now. I thought there's other people on their laps, but I don't know why that is. Anyways. This is the way it stands, I guess. Smooth running out wide. Just kind of waiting on him to complete a lap. Anyways, I'll be going over the qualifying order in just a moment, just responding to a few things. A second between the top 4. Lewis, Jones, Baller, Tommy, Evil Matrix round out the top 5. JB Smooth, Dizzle, T-Rock, Nossman, Raptor round out the top 10. Raptor has a grid penalty, which is going to allow Ben to get up to the top 10. Outside the top 10, you have big names like CJ Pants, who's finished good this season. Thrasher, Florian Foley, that F1 boy, Bones, Giolo Celso. Big names out there outside the top 10. who possibly have a chance at possibly getting some good points. We could definitely see some drivers change their luck around and possibly get into the points, or we could see a crazy start here in Monza, the braking zone, so boy. Anyways, it is a dry race apparently, so I did not know that. Well, we'll see what happens then, I guess. So, 20 drivers on the grid. I'll be going over my ones to watch pretty soon. How about I go over 4 or 5 of them, since I don't have a co-commentator today. Originally, I was going to have GSR Bianchi Quinhoff. I was originally going to have him, but mic problems and everything else. Gotta deal with it. Anyways, Lewis hit the back of Matrix there. Okay then. So Lewis, my favorite, he's on pole position. Decent pace in qualifying. Let's see how he can convert that to the race. He's had decent pace in league races like Iceland Racing League and other leagues I've been into that I've seen his pace. He's up front and a good for a tier 3 driver, so he should be competitive today. Jones, Australian, could be the first Australian to win in GSR. We've seen an Australian on the podium in GSR, but we've not seen an Australian win. Change that today. And B, possibly our 9th different winner in 9 races. Baller had a chance to win in Austria, and now he looks like he has a chance. Evil Matrix also has a chance. He won in Britain with a safety car. Yes, starting on the softs. Baller starting on the mediums. Things can change with that. Nossman, this sadly is his final GSR race after work getting in the way for him, and obviously jobs and everything else reopening for him. At this time, he would not be able to make the tier 3 races for GSR. He has such a big points lead that he might still win the championship based off of this. So, let me check the point standings then. See what everything looks like then, just so I can confirm anything. Nossman has a 21-point lead. If he can possibly get a win today with Evil Matrix and some of those guys not finishing in the points, we could possibly see Nossman almost clinch it today. At least clinch it next week. We can possibly see that. And outside the top 10, I want to go with Giolo Celso. 19th, starting very low on the grid. Can he avoid the trouble that he could be a part of today? He's been a part of trouble recently, so hopefully that luck changes around and everything else. Anyways, about to start the race, about to start here. Giolo's also just getting to the grid. Anyways, 5 red lights upon us here in Italy. Monza, here we go. And we are about to go. We are green and out in Monza. The Mercedes got a better start. And now, ball put down to the inside. Here comes Tommy, going from 4th to 1st almost. And contact, into the wall goes Lewis. 3 wide. Almost spinning his baller. And look at the mess toward the back. 3 wide, 4 wide. Oh yeah, that ain't gonna work. Anyways, Tommy takes the race lead by a 2-second gap from all of that happening, and we have a VSC. Oh. Ben hits the back of Giolo Celso, but there is Dizzle out of the session. I want to go grab a water quickly because I forgot to do that, but oh, he's driving into him. Anyways, we're about to go green for the VSC. Look at the gap between 1 and 2. He must have thought that was a virtual safety, or safety car, but ignoring the yellow flag, it's got to go saw. 5-second penalty for him. Matrix running wide into the barrier. Also, Lewis was overtaken and he was put into the wall in lap 1, so I would expect for him to be pitting for a new wing change. We could easily see a safety car come out because there is a safety car and a VSC available in these 25% races. Jones getting passed by T-Rock. They're going side by side down the front straight into turn 1. Yellow flag. That's Lewis and Bones out of the race at the pit entry. It's the pit entry. It's not good. Virtual safety car again. Things have changed in this race. 3 people out already with lap 2. Back to the green flag. T-Rock trying to gain a baller. Nossman losing time there. Nossman going off the racetrack. There goes Amazog Jones. Colliding with Zig Starburst. He's got a 5-second penalty for it. Nossman trying to go side by side with T-Rock. Nossman could try to switch back, but it's not enough for him to try it. And now Raptor gaining for that position. Raptor still close in the championship. They better pass Nossman today, or at least have the chance to try to do so if they want a chance at the championship still. What 2 races to go after today? We have the top 3, if you don't include Nossman. Top 3 if you include T-Rock. Those guys have never won in GSR. Side by side between T-Rock and Nossman for a position for P3. Warren Foley taking the fastest lap into turn 1. T-Rock trying it. No, not enough. DRS enabled. Oh, sideways. We see Zig, Jones, Thrasher, some of the people pitting. Gilos also getting an Evil Matrix. Evil Matrix second in the standings. He don't want to be that far back, but Gilos also just cut him off. And here comes F1 Boy on Ben. JB Smooth is colliding with Raptor. And contact between Gilos also and Matrix for P11. JB Smooth gets passed by Raptor again. Side by side between Nossman and Baller. That was not going to work. But Nossman, if he wants to clinch the championship next week, he needs to hope the championship contenders have bad races, and he needs to hope that he extends the gap even more. With the way it's going right now, Nossman challenging for second around the outside of Parabolica. Nossman, 18 points. This is what he needs to clinch it. Baller sideways. Nossman really charging. He must have put a lot of practice into this race. And side by side between the Williams and Toro Rosso. Florian Foley taking that fastest lap, but the Williams tried to charge back down the inside. But here comes the Toro Rosso, missing turn 1. Thrasher goes out. By T-Rock for position, but the Williams and Toro Rosso made an aggressive block and it made an aggressive move, but that's costed Nossman to get ahead so far. But Baller's on the reverse strategy, so when will Baller decide to pit? Lap 7, lap 8 is probably when he wants to pit. Oh, there goes Baller around at the second Lesmo, or the first Lesmo. And out of the race, T-Rock goes. Colliding with Davis. Oh my god, what have we seen so far? We've seen so many collisions. Oh man. Oh, I think F1 Boy, I think almost turned GLS also right there. What have we seen so far? What have we seen so far? Hitting his GSR Raptor, he must have some damage. Starburst getting on JB Smooth. These two have history here. Back in Canada being one of them. Other leagues too. They've had history. That F1 boy getting on Evil Matrix for position. F1 boy started toward the back. Started 17th, gaining on Evil Matrix for position. Positions might trade to the outside. F1 boy goes, and he should be ahead in turn 1. He is. Big Starburst taking the fastest lap. JB Smooth picks up a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Seltzer of Matrix 1 to 2, one out wide. Big Starburst tried down the inside of JB Smooth in the first Osmo. Julius Seltzer, DRS and Evil Matrix, lap 6 out of 13. Race that goes by very quickly in real life, goes by here quickly in the game. Now JB Smooth side by side with Zig Starburst. Zig Starburst gets by for a position, and he on those soft tires will have the advantage over JB Smooth. Pitting is Goggle Saw onto the soft tires. Yeah, it goes into the softs. There's some people who've pitted, I'm pretty sure. GSR CJ Pants has, F1 Boy has, and Gilo Celso, what was that? He missed the braking zone, cut the corner, and then ran into Evil Matrix. Yeah, that was your fault. I don't know what to say. That was just his fault. What was he trying to do? That really made no sense why that was going on, but it happened, and Evil Matrix does go off the track into the gravel. Raptor ahead of Goggle Saw. Does Tommy pit this time? No, he doesn't. Nossman stays out. 2.0 seconds is the gap between first and second. Hitting is Davis 2K7. Gio Celso within DRS range. Goggle Saw trying to go side by side with GSR Raptor, but it goes to the car, that is. Davis pits onto mediums and is going to have the fresher mediums, but Baller is yet to pit on his mediums and goes wide. Commentator's curse and does cut the corner. So CJ Pants is kind of technically in the race lead in this race. But the thing is, he's so far behind compared to the rest of the field. He's 32 seconds behind. He should be on par for podium though. At least from what it looks like. Or close to one. Because he's already pitted for the medium tires on lap 1. Also, Nossman has gained that gap close to 1 second between Tommy and him. So it's close between those guys. Nossman needs to continue the gap that he has gained on him. And Nossman definitely needs to pit this time if he wants to get the undercut on him. Tommy wants to get the undercut too, but they'd have to pit this time if they want to get the undercut that they need. And no, they're not pitting. Wow. They're staying out again. Softs are definitely wearing out, I can assume. Davis on the back of Evil Matrix into a Scary. Oh, that ain't gonna work. Evil Matrix goes in the grass, but comes back into him, and they spin Davis around. Oh, there goes JB Smooth out of the race. Out of a Scary, and now for the race lead, 4/10 is the gap between them. And pitting is flooring fully for the medium tires. He comes out ahead of CJ Pants. CJ Pants might have a chance for the podium. F1 Boy is also behind this, having his chance. Nossman, 8/10. He might turn up in his last ever GSR race. What it looks like with a race win. This should be special for him. He can extend that gap with a championship with Evil Matrix running 6th, where he is right now. You can extend that gap also. Look at the gap they have over everyone else, 31 seconds, but they still yet to pit. Now for the race lead, it's getting very close. If I were those two, I'd pit this lap. They have to. They absolutely have to. They can't stay out any longer. There's no way. Yeah, I see. Nossman almost running the back of him. He avoids doing so. But Florian fully on those medium tires coming through Ascari. The way it looks, stays kind of behind. Davis 2K7 out of the session. Out of the Lesmos. Gago Saws left the session. 5/10's the gap between first and second. Nossman's definitely going to get a good exit out of this pit lane. But CJ Pants on run for a podium. So was F1 boy. Nossman gaining, looking out of the pits at 3/10. Nossman can't mess up its braking. It's just like Leclerc and Hamilton. This battle will continue, and Nossman runs in the back of him. Almost similar to what Riles did yesterday. Now, comes to the inside of him. The left side, trying. He was trying. Not enough for anything to be done. Oh, and Tommy cuts him off. Nossman is looking to be the first repeat winner of GSR Tier 3. We've not had a repeat winner in GSR Tier 3. Something we've yet to have. Gago Saws joining back the session. Tommy going out wide. Now, can Tommy hold on to win his first race? He only has a warning. Nossman has nothing. Obviously, regular corner cutting will play no factor to that, but 3/10 the gap. Look at this into Ascari. Not the place you want to make an overtake, but Nossman going for it down the inside. He does get through. Nossman is through Ascari. Heading into Parabolica, where you see a lot of great moves. Guys here, you've seen many moves before this corner out of Ascari, but for a move to be made, 6 Starburst gets passed. Oh, off the racetrack, CJ Pants losing a chance at a podium. And for the race lead, Nossman has got passed again out of Parabolica. And DRS enabled for Tommy, but very low ERS for Nossman. Nossman can win the championship next week in Brazil in Tier 3. Along with GSR Hamilton, who can win the championship next week also, as well. He did pick up a post-race penalty, so obviously things we could see the championship won. I believe for Tier 1 also, we could see the championship won pretty soon. I'm not sure. Yellow flag somewhere. Evil Matrix! Oh, a championship contender! Now Nossman down the inside of Tommy. He goes through for the lead. 8 different winners in 8 races. Can we see a 9 different winner in 9 races? Tommy is trying to hold on to do so, but just not enough from what it looks like right now. Well, Tier 1 schedule, just want to check a few things, but now into turn 1, lap 11, 3 laps to go now. Tommy coming on Nossman into turn 1. Here he goes, the better ERS for him, and Nossman late on the brakes, but Nossman down the inside. He goes through, but Tommy goes around the outside, taking the position. So we've had 4, 5, 6, 7 different winners in the last 7 races in Tier 1. Now around the outside, Nossman goes on Tommy. Nossman goes through again. Trading positions here. Tier 1 point standings. So, with this in mind, the gap, 140 minus 83. 57 points is that gap. So, Tier 1 schedule. So, that means today, we can see the championship clinched in Tier 1. So, anyone watching, get your notepad, get your calculations, get everything else. We can see the championship clinch today in Tier 1. Side by side into Ascari. Tommy down the inside. They're making it through Ascari. No, they're not. Side by side. How did they make it through? They somehow do. And Tommy goes through, who could be the race winner. Yeah, I have mentioned that this is Nossman's last race. I know some of you have mentioned that. I've not checked the chat, but I have checked Discord. So, yeah, it's Nossman's last race, and this could obviously be the championship, or the win that gives them the championship, because we could see some people come back in the championship, like Florian Foley, who's on podium right now. Now, into turn 1. Nossman, on strict corner cutting, you would pick up a warning for that, but I don't think you did on regular. No, you didn't. No, you couldn't on regular. Side by side between the Ferrari and the Merc. The Merc of Jones gets ahead. DRS enabled for him, but we see Nossman gaining and gaining and gaining on Tommy into turn 4. No, not enough. Gaining again to the outside. The first Lesmo coming to the final lap this time. What a battle this has been. Back and forth. Fastest lap for Zig Starburst. He's going to get an extra point for that one. And Nossman coming to the right side. Side by side for the race lead. Nossman getting ahead. And Jones contact with Ben. Oh, man. Yellow flag again. That's probably Jones. It might be. Nossman has the lead. Can he keep it? And I think this would be a well-deserved win if he does win this race. I will be interviewing the race winner, or even Nossman in general, because this is his last GSR race. What it looks like right now. It looks like trouble has gotten into Tommy because he's gone wide. DRS is enabled for him this time. 9/10 that gap between 1 and 2. Now a second. F1 boy gaining on Florian Foley. F1 boy to the outside. F1 boy goes by, but can't fully. Seconds the gap between first and second. Jones is spun again. Zig Starburst still trying to go for that fastest lap along with the other guys on the softs, and now out of the race, Gogglesog goes. I think with Nossman winning this race, there was 2 people I would say that winning this race would be emotional for them, and it'd definitely be good for them in this race. Some people know the other one. I'm not going to mention the other one, but Nossman being one of the guys who is last GSR race. Him winning this race. If he goes through a Ascari, he just needs to go through a Ascari. If he goes through a Ascari just right, he's got this. If he just goes through right. You know, this is his last GSR race. Work's got in the way of him. You know, that's the thing. He has a championship lead. He has a 21-point lead. With Evil Matrix trouble, Florian Foley just being outside the podium now, he's going to extend his gap by a ton. And I mean by a ton, he's going to extend that gap. Nossman, in his final planned GSR race, he wins it. He extends that gap in the championship. Nossman is the race winner and becomes the first repeat winner of Season 3, Tier 3. And not many leagues can say 8 different winners in 8 races. Florian Foley just misses out on the podium. But coming to the line, Raptor close with Jones and Ben. Low ERS for all of them. Nossman, need to interview him. I'm telling you, he's gonna be happy. Into the line. Position stayed the same there. No penalties changed the things. And Zig Starburst might get a position based off of a DNF late in the race. So Zig Starburst might take P10 out of this. Nossman has joined us.
Hey, how's it going?
How about that? How about that, man? How about that?
Yep, it was a good race.
Well deserved.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, make sure you include your audio. I've included my audio for your stream. How about that, dude? Your last planned GSR race for now. This is the way it goes.
Yeah.
Take the race win. It's gonna be sad seeing you go, for sure. But this makes you make sure you extend your championship gap, man. And now that's gonna mean you have a better chance at this championship. You've dominated most of the season. How do things look right now for you? Good job on the win, by the way.
Thank you. You know, things are looking good. Just hoping that things go well and me and my teammate can do well the rest of the season, or my teammate can do well the rest of the season. We can hopefully pull in that win for the championship. So.
Yeah, constructor standings, McLaren really extended that gap too today with Evil Matrix being inside the points, I believe, a little bit. He was actually 9th, but you won the race anyway and get the advantage over Haas, the other team, and Red Bull there with the race win today. Yeah, your last GSR race, like I mentioned, from what it looks like right now. How sad are you to go?
You know, I'm really sad to go, but I really wanted to finish out this season. Last year I didn't get to race very much because of work, and unfortunately this year I'm going to have to go back to work again and leave this. It's really sad, you know. I really enjoyed it, so. I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss it too because I remember obviously late races or late before on Friday nights. You know, obviously you're 3 hours behind. You're in the Pacific time, so obviously it's like 8 o'clock for you. But for me, it's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. You're usually practicing with some of the guys in the race, like me and Vivid, who, you know, are been a part of this league for a while. You've practiced with us. You've kind of learn from us, I should say, if that makes sense. Learn from us.
A
You
little bit,
know,
yeah.
hey, hit the corner like this here, hit the corner like that here. You've kind of learned from both of us because we've kind of practiced with you some races and mainly Vivid. But um, I don't even know what the gap is. But do you think you can come out and still win this championship? There's 2 races left. You have a big enough gap with that race win. You extended that gap. Do you think you have the chance to do it at least?
You never know for sure. But I'm hoping. So. I'm hoping my teammate can, you know, if he can do really well, that he can pull in that win for him and our team. But you never know what the future holds. So.
Yeah, you don't know what it holds for sure. Obviously, you know, the next 2 races for GSR, Brazil and Bahrain, we end the tier 3 season off with, I believe, Bahrain or USA, one of the two. I'm not sure which one it was. I believe it was Bahrain. Someone could correct me on the chat, but I won't be looking at it. Yeah, I gotta say, like I said, it's sad to see you go, but you've made many friends in GSR for sure with the way it's gone. Talk to us about that because you've kind of met different people here from all over the world, mainly America too, with some of the guys here. You've practiced with them, and now you've kind of raced against them like Evil Matrix, Raptor, Lewis, Thrasher, Giolo Celso, Florian Foley, just to name a few. What has it been like racing with in GSR?
You know, it's been tough. I haven't really raced with very many people other than just online, but you know, some of them don't really know how to race, so it's nice to hop into a league where people know how to race and get to see where you stack out amongst other drivers. So it's been a challenge and really fun, and hoping I can come back in the future. So it's been real fun. Glad to meet everybody. Everybody's been super nice and helpful and fun to race with.
Congrats. Well, congratulations on the win, and hopefully you seal this championship. I mean, I would assume so. You have at least, at minimum, I'd say a 30-point lead. At minimum, 30, 35, something like that. So you should be able to, unless someone just goes out and wins the next 2 races or something like that and finishes on the podium at both. Who knows? I don't know. We could see something like that, but you definitely deserve to. You've put on a great season. And speaking about a lot of things, you raced in the first ever GSR race. You know, to come back 2 seasons later, obviously you had to not race that really at all anymore because of work. And again, you have the same reason. You come back this season, championship contender, and you look to possibly win this championship. What have you got to say if you do so about this league that you've been in for pretty much the start you've been in since?
You know, just putting in practice, you know, just getting used to how the game runs and my wheel setup. But you know, this league's been really fun to race in. A lot of very nice people, some of the best commentators, obviously. You know,
40 plus gap, I'm being told.
40 plus or something? What, 40? You said 40?
It could be clinched next race. Yeah, apparently 40 plus gap. Apparently, what I'm being told here with you. Yeah, it could be clinched next race.
That's
wow.
A big gap. But yeah, this
at least 44,
been
maybe
really
more.
Fun.
Someone said.
Ciao.
Yeah, so
it's been fun to race.
So yeah, at least 44. Yep, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I'm done. It's just I really like this league, and it's gonna be sad to not be able to return for a while. So I'm gonna miss it.
That's true. Yeah. Axe did say, well, Nosman has really put down a statement. If he doesn't get the championship, he can't say he didn't give his all. I think that's well said.
Yeah, I put in a lot of time practicing and everything, so it'd be really nice to get that. But you know, if someone else out races, the next 2 races, then if they get it, then they deserve it. So, but it'd be really nice to pull that championship in.
Yeah. You know, I've got to say, it's definitely been a pleasure commentating GSR Tier 3 this season for the opening season of Tier 3. You being a part of it was amazing, I got to say. When I saw
Thank
you
you.
at the start at France, I was thinking, you know what, this guy looks like he's doing good. You know, I remember him from the first GSR ever race, you know, because I was a part of the league at that point. I was a part of that, just with a different gamer tag, obviously. We know how that went. But, you know, in the first place, you dominated the season, and if you don't win it, my own opinion, I'm going to give my opinion. You can probably clip it if anyone is in the chat and seeing this, but if Nosman doesn't win the champion, and just my own opinion, if Nosman doesn't win the championship, there's no real champion this year. That's just my opinion, because you've been on podium most of the season. You've done all you could with the competition here, with new drivers coming in. You've gone through it. You've won races with it. You've won races, but like you've been a podium with it half the time. So
Yeah.
I think if you're not crowned champion, there's no real champion this season. That's just what I think.
Thanks, I appreciate
my
that.
That's just
Yeah,
my
that
opinion.
first race in France was still trying to get used to how the game worked and racing online. But after that, I kind of just practiced and eventually got it down. So it's been some tough races and some tough battles. Everyone's a great driver, but you know, just put it in your all and see how it come out in the end.
Yeah. It is, like I said, sad to see you go, because it's, you know, you won't even have a chance to come back in the last 2 races for championship. Who knows with the way it goes. This is your last planned GSR race. I think you need a round of applause for how you've done this season.
Thank you.
And I think we can also bring this back. This season, I've been a pleasure to commentate Tier 3. We still got 2 races left, don't worry. Oh my god, I'm not ending the season off like this, but hey, either way, champion or not, deserved to be champion. I think this season, with the way it's gone, I know it's coming to an end for you. 2 races left. I think we need to give it up for Nosman.
Thank you. I'm gonna.
I mean, I gotta say, I just need to be champion. That's all I gotta say. It's the way this season has gone. You deserve it. That's just the way it is. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you. It'd be a pleasure to. I'd really love to be in the last 2 races, but unfortunately, my work schedule is right when they start. It's when I'm gonna be at work, so for at least my time. But the only way for me to be in it is if they were pushed a couple hours earlier, but that's not gonna happen. But I'll try to watch as much as I can on whatever you stream on and whoever streams, and see how it goes. So it's been a pleasure to be a part of this.
Trust me, I'll be here for the last 2 races commentating. Unless something comes up, I mean, I'll be here for the last 2 races commentating, because I want to get the pleasure to say, if it happens, Nosman champion. I want to get the pleasure to say that because you deserve it, and I think that's the way it has gone. Definitely deserved if you do get it. And if you don't get it, you've definitely tried your hardest, and you definitely can't find any negative way about it. You got to find every positive way about it, and I think that's the way you could find it. Anyway, that's really it about the stream, and we have Italy Tier 1 coming up in just about 30 to 45 minutes time. Pretty soon, I should be commentating that one. Catch me over there, Italy. And then Brazil's next week for Tier 3. Second to last race. Nosman can clinch the championship next week. We'll have to find out. We will see you guys then. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys then.